Hey guys, how are you? Grand Rising, welcome back to Therapy with Miss T, where I'm Miss T and I got another message for someone, okay? So, the Most High was placing on me for someone. Thank you, sir. He said, oh, dang, man. I'm laughing at okay, dang. Oh, thank you, sir. Okay. Harsh conditions, okay? Harsh conditions. Someone was dealing with harsh conditions. Someone was dealing with something that was difficult, that was heavy, that was traumatic, that was gruesome, right? And the conditions or the environment or the place or the scenario or the scenery in which you were in was harsh, right? And the way Spirit was drawing it to me is in a sense like I don't know if y'all remember this movie, but the movie Coyote Ugly, right? And you know how the girl was a dancer and stuff, and she was in this bar and she had to like, get up there and perform and dance and do all this stuff, right? But when she first got there, the conditions was harsh. They was mean to her. They was doing all kind of stuff to her to keep her from wanting to come back, to keep her from wanting to overcome, to keep her from wanting to succeed in a sense, right? And what happened? She became like the most popular girl there, and she was the best bartender, and she was just killing it, right? But the conditions was harsh. So there could be something about someone's work environment or the place that you work in, or maybe it's the people that you work with, right? Maybe it's the coworkers. Maybe someone was harsh. Maybe there was something that someone didn't expect. Thank you, Spirit. They didn't expect you to win. Thank you, Spirit. They didn't expect you to overcome. So, in a sense, like in Coyote Ugly, they didn't expect her, that girl of all girls, to really like make it in that kind of environment, right? They didn't expect her to overcome, of all people, in that kind of environment because she was different. She wasn't like all the other girls that was in that environment, but yet she overcame. And despite her father not being happy at first, and despite people trying to say things and do things to her, the conditions was harsh, but she still overcame. So there's something around this time about work or your environment, and you are still overcoming despite the harsh conditions. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm being drawn to this other movie that I love from Patrick Swayze, R.I.P. to one of the greatest, right? Patrick Swayze. But I forget what it's called, but it was a movie where he had to work at this bar, right? And he had to clean it up. He was basically the cleanup guy. And the bar was harsh. I don't know if somebody worked at a bar or something, but it was terrible. These people at this bar, they was turned up, and he had to come in there and clean it up, right? And he had to make it better again, but they didn't want to make it better. They liked it when it was just harsh conditions, but he was trying to make the conditions better. So maybe there's something where you've been trying to make something better for someone, and they didn't want you to make it better. They didn't want you to clean it up. They didn't expect you to make it or to overcome, but you are making it and overcoming despite the harsh conditions. And you probably were the least expected to overcome these harsh conditions, and yet you are overcoming them at this time. The Most High said it's the harsh conditions, but you are overcoming. And it's so crazy because I'm being drawn to the part in the movie where he was like, this one guy said to him, but what if they call my mother, what if they say my mother is a, dang, what if they say your mother F her or something? I don't know, or your mother sleep around or something. He said, well, is she? Or like, if they was like, what if they could, like, if someone basically comes up and says something about his mother, he felt like he had to react. And Patrick Swayze basically said, well, is she? So it's not that like you should react to what they say in a sense. If they not what they are, then don't answer to the person, right? So the enemy will always try to come in to get you to react to something that is that's not relevant, right? So there's something around this time, guys, where the enemy was trying to get you to react to something that wasn't even relevant. So don't even respond to the naysayers, whatever, whoever, because despite the harsh conditions, the Most High is saying you are still overcoming. Just like in that movie Coyote Ugly, she overcame despite her background and who she was, and she wasn't like all the other girls. She still overcame in the harsh conditions. Patrick Swayze overcame in the harsh conditions, and you are cleaning something up and overcoming in your harsh conditions. So just know that yes, the conditions was rough, but you are overcoming around this time. That is what the Most High is saying, and this could involve work for someone, okay? But you are overcoming these harsh conditions, okay? So congratulations to whoever that is for. And yeah, until next time, and as always, namaste.